This is a message from the Office of Student Safety and Custodial Protocol Enforcement in cooperation with the State Department of Public Education. Please remain calm. This is not a drill. We advise all parents, faculty, and students at Eastern Pines Middle School to listen carefully to the following announcement, which has been issued in response to a developing situation reported across multiple districts. As of 7:40 a.m. this morning, school officials have confirmed over 19 separate incidents involving a small cloth doll found in students' backpacks, students who do not recall bringing any such object to school. The doll is described consistently, roughly 6 inches tall, hand-stitched, dressed in faded blue overalls with tiny black shoes. Its face is pale, unfinished, except for 2 uneven black buttons sewn in for eyes. One button is always cracked. The doll has no mouth. Please do not attempt to name or speak to it. The earliest case was dismissed as a prank until the object reappeared, again in the backpack of the same 7th grade student who had already thrown it away. The janitor remembers watching it burn in the incinerator room. It was folded in half, unmoving, but its eyes had turned white in the firelight. The next morning, it was zipped inside the front pocket of his coat. He has not returned to work. His voicemail is full, mostly with static. His last text to the principal read, "She won't stay out of my hands. If your child brings the doll home, do not touch it. Have them place it outside, far from the threshold, and lock every door. Avoid mirrors for the next hour." The object does not like to be seen leaving. If, by the next morning, you find the doll back in your child's possession, its button eyes now facing upward, do not attempt to discard it again. It is already aware of your home. A second removal only escalates its behavior. Students have reported subtle changes upon repeated exposure, a persistent ache in the fingertips, difficulty remembering how to write, a soft knocking inside lockers that no one else hears. One boy, placed under observation after gouging out his own handwriting practice sheet with a safety pin, whispered during sleep, "I know how she gets in now. You unzip for her." We advise all faculty to halt backpack inspections until further notice. The last teacher, who opened 3 in succession, began bleeding from the mouth. She said it tasted like cotton. When she reached into the 3rd backpack, she began to scream and would not stop until sedated. Her hands are still clasped in a gripping motion. She refuses to speak. Her eyes remain shut, but according to the nurse, they move side to side, as though reading something that isn't there. The doll is not to be kept, not to be gifted, not to be joked about. A student in Class 7C drew it during free period and handed the sketch to a friend. The paper is now blank. The friend is no longer in attendance. We have no records of their enrollment. If you are a parent and your child claims the doll has started talking to them, do not ask what it said. We cannot stress this enough. The last mother who did so carved a zipper into her own throat. Her child is still humming the lullaby she claims the doll sang to her. It has no known melody. This is not a possession. This is not an object. It is a repetition. It is an invitation. Do not accept it. The doll should not be anywhere, but it always ends up in your backpack. Even if you never went to school, even if you're listening to this alone, at home, where your backpack hasn't moved in years, check it. Now,